Why, hello there. How you doing? This is me, Mr. Twisted Ass 454, with yet another reading from Twisted Story Asylum. Uh, anyway, shall we proceed with the whore, the lock, and the dead? And the reason why, well, you'll see why it's called that in a moment. It's basically about a slut who fucks all these guys, and she ends up on the Maury show, and this and that. But one of the baby daddies is actually a corpse, and was a corpse at the time of conception, and it's an interesting story, to say the least. It has a lot of really crazy twists and turns. So, let me just make sure we're still rolling here. Okay, we're still rolling. Okay, let me see here. The whore, the lock, and the dead. Once upon a time, there was a promiscuous slut/whore named Chanel, who was a raving nymphomaniac, sex-crazed person who cared little for the consequences of her actions. Like many dumb whores, she fucked with absolutely no form of birth control, without any thought of any sort of aftermath. And I'm just going to show you a porn. This particular scene is very offensive. Well, it's not really offensive. It's actually kind of a pornographic scene. So if you're offended by that, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to look away. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And there's her having sex and, fucking jerking 2 dicks off at the same time. The usual bullshit. Okay. So we're going to move on. She fucked, had sexual intercourse with many men. One lesbian with a strap on, her neighbor's dog, but one stands out as being particularly filthy, if not completely depraved. She had sex with a male corpse. She did this by sneaking into a morgue, then... Good thing I didn't publish this yet, because I got to still do a little editing on this. There. Then proceeded to inject the male corpse with a substance that would give the cadaver a boner/hard-on. Now, this particular depiction is very offensive and very disgusting. This is a depiction of a woman having sex with a corpse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you're offended, look away. Here it is, see? Okay, that's her, okay? Of course, she does indeed get pregnant, but has no idea who the father might be. Unlike some women who might want an abortion, Chanel thought perhaps it was time to put her sex aside and be a mother. Chanel decides to go on the Maury show to publicly find out who the father of her child might be. Unfortunately, Maury Povich was on vacation, so the goblin orc/man of the year, John Douche, would be subbing in for him. Chanel had sex with 27 men, 2 of which were deceased at the time of conception. So in other words, she fucked 2 dead men. Another of which was not even human, but her neighbor's dog. So 27 contestants. And there's her fucking the dog. But at least I put a censor bar in there so you didn't have to see any actual penetration, okay? So 27 contestants could be the father. Most of the men were normal. Most white, some black, 1 Hispanic, 1 was a circus clown, so forth. Two were dead, 1 was a dog, another a neo-Nazi, the list goes on. And there are some of the contestants. You see some of the people she had sex with? Well, the dog and the corpse at the end, see that? We got a neo-Nazi, we got a regular guy, we got a fucking clown, fucking Mexican guy, with a sombrero. Got a white trash guy with a mullet, got a guy in a business suit, a fucking a hood rat, a brother dressed up in full hood garb, with a Tupac shirt and all that bullshit. The show went on and on. Lil Bob, there is John Douche, Goblin, okay? The DNA test shows you are not the father. Not man enough either, son. Yeah, that's what's up, motherfuckers. Wait, what you say, fool? I'll fuck you up. And there she is. She's fucking crying like a fucking bitch, like they always do on the show. And John Douche pulls out a fucking Desert Eagle. Or... was that a Desert Eagle? Yeah, it's a Desert Eagle. This one's painted black. Most of them are chrome or something. Or, this one's black. He fucking blows a big hole through. Yo, you shot me. What the fuck, yo? Yeah, John Douche has a really bad habit of shooting fucking black people on stage. I don't know why. He's kind of a fucking racist asshole like that. Humpman the Clown, you are not the father. Oh, whoa. Oh, Chanel, baby, let's try again. Chanel cries like a bitch. Like they always do on the show. And there's the neo-Nazi guy that says, Chanel, you nigger-loving whore. You ain't worthy of my Aryan sperm anyway. I got a Nazi rally to go to. See ya. Relax, you're not the father. Get the fuck out or I'll shoot you. And then, as he's walking out, a fucking Hasidic Jew comes out with a fucking, with a fucking pickaxe and, hits him in the back of the head and his eyeball pops out. Fuck you, white trash. Oh, right. Whoop. And the other guy says, you're not even one of the men. Chanel fucked, get lost. Whoops, wrong show. That right there is my impersonation of a New York Jew or a Boston Jew. Sometimes I talk like that. For those of you that don't, anyway, Rover, you are not the father. Here, boy, go fetch. Woof, 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 woof. There's a dog, fucker. Now here's where things get really interesting. Okay, there's a rotten fucking corpse that was one of the two corpses that Chanel fucked in the other depiction, complete with worms, maggots, and flies. Hey, yo, he says, the DNA results conclude that this fetid, rotting corpse up here before me is the father. Wait, what? I knew it! You come home and be a father! Or give me child support! John Douche says something along the lines of, you can't be serious. I want child support if he won't be a real man and be this baby's daddy. This man is dead and in late stages of decomposition. Yeah, but John Douche said, hold on. Chanel, you had sex with 26 men, 2 of which were dead, and your neighbor's dog. And it took all this trouble to find the dad. I really think this is your cue to close up shop, if you catch my drift. Now, by close up shop, what I am referring to is taking those, a woman taking her legs and closing them up and not opening her legs up to any more dicks. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about when I say close up shop. You like that? That's catchy, huh? Take her spread open legs and close them up and say, no more sex for me. I'm abstaining. This next depiction is very interesting. John Douche says, you shall not reproduce ever again. Guards, get the chastity belt. And there is a depiction of a bunch of armed mercenaries holding Chanel down as a medieval wizard in mounts a chastity belt or chastity underwear to her And there's also a syringe in her leg, which is some sort of like sterilization formula made in the Middle Ages. Now, in this depiction, there's a wizard and a knight that are carrying the chastity belt key. They're riding on they're riding on horseback to go catch a ferry so they can put the key in a concrete bag and dump it in the ocean somewhere. Okay. Now here's where things get really interesting. Chanel then goes home and attempts to reanimate the corpse so it can pay child support. And you see Chanel has got her lab coat on and the goggles, and she's kind of like got the Frankenstein setup going on, you know what I'm saying? And she turns a big lever, which is hooked up to one of the transformers outside her house, and then the corpse goes... Chanel in Chanel in lab attire trying to reanimate her baby's daddy's bat. I'm sorry, I just totally lost my train of thought. Let me start over again, okay? Chanel in lab attire trying to reanimate her baby daddy's badly decomposed body, Frankenstein style. The only problem is it worked. And there is the zombie that she created eating her brains. And then, of course, there's Chanel's face. She's sitting there with, you know what, that's not really enough blood. We need more blood. Yeah, we need more blood for that depiction. We need more, let's see. Let's see. Ah, much better, much better, much better. Much better. More blood for the depiction. Yeah, that's her fate. Her head she got her head done. She got her head done chewed off by a zombie. Ha 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 ha. Fucking stupid bitch anyway. So anyway, the knight and the wizard dropped the chastity belt key in the ocean. Chanel's head was eaten and the zombie was on the loose. The end. Well, anyway, folks, I really hope you enjoyed that story. I think there's just some pretty interesting depictions. I don't know if you like them or not. No, they're not the best in the world, but I think they're kind of cool, you know. They're kind of interesting depictions, I guess. So anyway, you all take care, and don't forget to check out Twisted Story Asylum, Volumes 1, 2, and 3. Volume 4 should be out sometime within the year, I'm hoping. Although I may actually have to re-release Volume 3. Volume 3 is a great book, but all the pages were installed backwards on it. It's all in order, but they're all fucking backwards on it, so I might have to redo it. But anyway, you take care, and I'll catch you on the flip side, alright? Alright, well, you take care. Alright, bye-bye.